Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Avocado Insider series. It's your host, Harshit Godha. In this episode, we'll talk about clonal versus seedling rootstocks. In all the commercial avocado nurseries in the world, avocados are propagated either clonally or through seedling. Now, when I'm talking about seedling, I mean seedling rootstocks. Seedling propagation is the one where commercial F1 seeds are chosen from a specific rootstock variety. They are grown up to a certain age and then they are grafted with a commercial scion on top. Clonal is the one where budwood of a rootstock variety is forced to grow roots. It is then grafted with a commercial scion on top. I read a research paper by Dr. Elizabeth Dan from Australia, and the paper said that seedling Welwig is outperforming clonal Welwig in terms of yields. So I asked Dr. Ben Faber of University of California on his opinion on whether seedling rootstocks are better or clonal rootstocks are better. To find out the answer, stay tuned for this video. Before we proceed to the discussion with Dr. Ben Faber, I have a special request. If you have any questions about commercial avocado farming, post it in the comment section down below, and I'll ask Dr. Ben Faber those questions and create a separate video about it. That will help the community and clarify your doubts.
So I read a research paper from Australia. It was by Dr. Elizabeth Dan, and they did a study on clonal versus seedling rootstocks. And they found out that on Belvic, the yield from seedling was higher than clonal. What does your experience say about the rootstocks that you have used in California?
Well, the thing about okay, I'm talking about the California experience. Mexico has the Mexican experience.
Right.
Chile has the Chilean experience. Australia might be closer to the Indian experience. I don't know.
Okay.
But I saw these trials, not that Dan did, but
Okay.
that were done many years ago by, I'm blanking right now. And it turns out there's a extreme boron deficiency in Australian soils. Australian soils are just substrate. There's no nutrients. It's a
Okay.
highly leached. It's some of the oldest soils in the world. They're red like your shirt. It's highly oxidized, and so you have to put in everything that you need to grow. And so the Velvic can sequester boron, whereas the clonal rootstocks they were using were from California, and we have boron toxicity.
Yeah. All right.
So they're not adapted to Australian soils.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
so you got to try out, you got to experiment in every
Right.
country that you go to.
Yeah. Currently, I'm trying mostly West Indian rootstocks. So the ones that are popular in Israel, those are called Degania series, Ashdod, Day, Fairchild, all those. But like we're gonna see after we have already transplanted into the field. Like the plants are in nursery right now, so we don't know.
Well, I mean, our experience with West Indian rootstocks in California are they're not cold tolerant and they die.
Okay.
And so, West Indians are adapted to those warmer climates that you find in the Mediterranean and what you'll find in India. So, and some of the West Indians, they're much more tolerant of salt. They're much more tolerant of phytophthora root rot. They're better adapted to a warm climate than the selections that we have in California. And ours are based on salinity tolerance, root rot tolerance, and cold tolerance.
Right. Okay.
I hope you found the video interesting. Right now, we don't know what rootstock is going to perform the best in what location, but we have to start somewhere. Instead of using plants that have been grafted on random seeds, we need to use plants that have been grafted on commercial rootstocks. It could be seedling rootstocks or clonal rootstocks, but we need to try the best planting material available out there to find the maximum output. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell.